Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and on today's episode of Add-On, we're going to be talking about Splatoon, with the add-on being a Battle Royale. So I think the first thing that anyone would think of, which I'm just going to say this right off the bat, is that it probably wouldn't work because of Nintendo's online and just connection issues in general. I think that it would be okay. I just don't think the amount of players would be as high as other Battle Royales. I think that it would be around 20 players. And I think it would work fine for a game like Splatoon to have a lower count. Because the idea that I had for this was that it would be placed in an area similar to Inkopolis. So maybe you take a bus to go to another city and it's set up similar to Inkopolis, but just maybe a little bit bigger, just a little bit different. And it wouldn't be about figuring out where to drop in this huge map. It would be a lot smaller. And I think the way that they could set this up is that it's more like a game show. And they would have a host like Judd, or maybe just a new character in general. And the goal would be to be the #1 contestant by eliminating all the other contestants. And I think what would be really neat about a Battle Royale within Splatoon is that the playstyle is already so unique with how you can go into squid form. And I think in terms of drops or different weapons that you find throughout the map, I think that for Splatoon, I think they could go the route of not really having different qualities like epic and stuff like that. They could just straight up just have the different weapons. There's already so many weapons in Splatoon. I don't think there's a need to have different qualities of the weapons. There would just be weapons that you would prefer to get or ones that are just clearly better. So I don't think they would do quality types at all. And something that I think would be really, really cool for this is that I think it would actually allow for more customization when it comes to Splatoon. Splatoon already has a lot of it, but something that you can't really do because when you play online it's about teams, is you can't really change your squid color or ink color. It's just based on the team you're on. I think something that would be really, really cool, which I'm sure that someone could figure out more things that could be added on to customization, not just this one thing. But I think going into this avenue would be really, really cool and would give incentive to do more battles and try to win all these game shows, is that there could be a separate type of currency. And the customization I'm about to talk about is different ink colors and different squid colors. Now, I know that some of it could probably make it more obvious on where you are and stuff like that, but I think this would be a really fun idea because you could have neon colors that are really bright. You could have different types of patterns, like a camouflage pattern that when you go through and you're inking, it's different colors for a camouflage look. You could have polka dot, you could have striped, you could have so many different types of patterns and different colors because you're not on a team. And I think that alone would be super cool. And they could even have it to where you could use that when you're just roaming around Inkopolis. And to go back on the point about talking about how some of these might make it more obvious on where you are, you could also use this to cause a distraction. I mean, you could start inking stuff just to make it look like you're in a certain spot, and then just go hide somewhere and get ready for them to go into some building or whatever, and then you're able to get them because you were just waiting outside or whatever. So there would definitely be counterplay. So I don't think having different types of ink would really make it to where you're at a huge disadvantage because you could use it to your advantage. And again, this is just one type of customization that would be unique to this game mode. And not every customization thing would have to be unique to this game mode. It's the only one that I really thought of, but they could have stuff where there's gear you can get exclusively in this game mode, and you can use it in the other game modes, like different shoes, shirts, hats. And it would be interesting because then there would be incentive to go on every day and try to do these battles because you would want to get this exclusive type of gear instead of just always relying on the shops. And maybe they could have it set up to where the store is similar to other Battle Royales, and the example I'd bring up is Fall Guys, where there's a shop where there's stuff that everyone sees and it's on a duration, and then there's stuff that's on a duration that only you can see. So there's like a universal shop and then your own shop. And I think it would be really interesting because there is a point to go on every day to check the shops, but for there to be a reason to go on every day and check a custom exclusive type of shop for a certain game mode, I think would add even more incentive to go on every day. And I think the unique currency would also be just fun to have something else to be trying to collect. Because you would want to have extra, even if there's nothing new in the shops, you would want to have extra because you would want to be able to get whatever would be available at any given time because you don't know what's going to be there. And with this new type of currency, there should be two types. One that you get for just participating, and then one that you get for winning. Again, similar to Fall Guys. Because in Fall Guys, you can get kudos, which is like a normal type of currency that you can get for just winning. You can also buy it, but I don't think Nintendo would go this route, so you would just get it from just playing and getting wins or whatever. And then Fall Guys has the crowns that only one person gets per game. And that's how I think this could work too for Splatoon, where there's one type of currency that you only get for winning. And maybe they would do it to where second place, third place gets some too. Maybe it doesn't have to be first place, but still just another type of currency that you only get for being placed at the higher end of the game mode. I think in general this game mode would just add a huge twist to Splatoon, because I think a Battle Royale would work for this game. And just thinking about the Inklings roaming around in squid form, going through all these different areas, I think would be a lot of fun. I mean, seeing squids just climbing up the sides of buildings, getting on the rooftops, going in the buildings, being able to roam around through a shop and just running around the counters and the stands that have stuff on them, I just think would be a really fun and unique experience to Splatoon. So that's pretty much it for this episode of Add-On. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.